parking near tents for people who parked on top of the hill.
Right.
And the cars got loose and ran people over.
What? Someone driven it?
No,
or
no.
Like no handbrake?
Yeah, it's just come loose. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Hello, folks. Yeah, not live yet. Why is it not live? Oh, there it is. There we go. That's okay. It took its time. There we go. Afternoon, everybody. Just in case. How are we all doing? What's wrong with it?
It's just frozen.
Okay, so we're taking the card out.
Not a time yet. Yeah, something's definitely wrong. Switching it off. It's off.
Right, okay. Hi, Karen. You know when things just don't go right?
No, that never happens. What about?
Today is one of those days. So Ella's having camera problems. I had laptop problems earlier. Keyboard stopped working. There was something else, but I've forgotten what it is. But the biggest problem was we found a water leak at the front of the house that has been probably leaking for about 10 to 15 years. So, joy, we have rotten joists. So,
right, so
we're dealing with that.
I'm unable to film. I'm just going to try and clear this card out.
Okay, all right. Anyway, so we're going to prepare dinner anyway. Let's be happy about this. We're going to prepare dinner. This is a newish recipe, really straightforward. So, and it's predominantly baked. I'm going to do it in the grill. So I'm going to prep it, bang it in the grill, and then whilst it's in the grill, I'm going to do some buttered cabbage to go along with it. So I'm going to use my little tray to do it. So I suppose I'll start with the veggies. Basically, chicken breast, slice through. We're going to fill each of the slices with a little bit of pepper or courgette or shallot, line them up, and then scatter some mozzarella, and off it goes into the oven. So let's get some veggies prepped. I'm going to just toss the veggies in a bit of oil and a bit of garlic with a little bit of chili, just for a bit of flavour. Entirely up to you what sort of seasoning you want. You don't need much because you probably need no more than half a courgette. That should probably do it. Afternoon, Janine. Yeah.
Oh, I'm clicking a mouse.
Well, however, the good things about today, let's do some positives, is that we had a good friend of ours come round earlier today, and we were playing around with some oils, so essential oils, which worked amazingly well in the brownies. And a few other things, actually, which really sort of opened my eyes up to what you could use essential oils for. So that was a good thing.
I suppose another good thing, it's finally raining after threatening for.
Yeah, we've got a local thunderstorm. It's rumbling away. We've had a little bit of rain so far. It's been a full-on non-stop day. today so far. And I still need to pop out and get the builder some bits for tomorrow, because he's had to he's had to dig 3 holes in various parts of the living room and the bathroom to find where this leak is coming from. So I need to go and get him some plaster ready for tomorrow. It wasn't a job he was expecting to do. Not today, anyway. I was like, shall we just have a look at this? I think we've got a problem. Oh boy, we had a problem.
It's that Pandora's box.
Yeah. So, I suppose the veggies in here, pretty much whatever you like, but you've got to pick things that are going to cook reasonably quickly. You know, so the courgette will roast quite easily. The peppers will roast, and it doesn't matter if they're a little bit undercooked. Same for the onion. I don't know why I'm using the red board. I've got the red board out for the chicken.
Well, I always do that. I always cut my veggies up first, then
Yeah, well, true.
meat on. There's one board.
Yeah, so I'm gonna leave them as sort of slices like this. One good. Wow, excellent. Brilliant.
Actually, there we go. Let's ask for some good news.
Yeah, go on.
One good thing.
Share some good news with us today. Not that we've had a bad day. It's just been a testing day. We had a really good workout session this morning.
I was gonna say, yeah, it might have been a bad day, but it's not been like a bad mood.
No. There's been no bad mood. It's just been I'm just shattered from all the different things that are going on. No, the workout session was great this morning. Quite an intensive circuit kettlebell session. I think Louis already done the video, so we'll post that later. But yeah, come on, give us some of your good news things for today. So Karen's 1-year anniversary to living a keto low carb lifestyle. Right. So for those that we're on YouTube as well. For those that don't know Karen's one of our members, and she'll hate me for talking about her now. Because whenever I do start talking about her, she just sort of shies and just hides. Karen's one of our members. You've only got to search her name. So Karen Martin in the public group, she shared her journey her journey pictures, not even before and afters, but her journey pictures, which probably only tell a part of the story. The best part of the story is the changes that she's made sort of this year. Karen has set herself a challenge and doing it for charity, walking every day. I think it's 1,000. Hang on, how many miles is it a year? No, it is 1,000 miles in the year that she's walking. That's effectively around about 3 miles every day. She does that at least every single day and has done every day since the first of the year. Hang on.
I wonder who that was.
Yeah, I wonder who that was. And the result is not only a sort of consistent sort of weight loss, but just overall sort of fitness levels, just energy levels. It's just amazing. The consistency that Karen's put into this year is amazing. So that's Karen. Right, quick advice on how to get back into ketosis quickly. Drop the carbs. As simple as that. You'll be in ketosis when you drop the carbs. If you're eating carbs, then you will keep yourself out of ketosis. You don't need to go into a fast. If you're not ready for fasting, then you just drop your carbs, eat protein with fat, keep the carbs out, and try and it depends where you are in your journey as to what would be best to advise. If you're new, then you might still need what. Actually, what the question is, why are you trying to get into ketosis quickly? What's the benefit of getting there quickly?
What a nice compliment.
Thank you, Mustafa. I have been I trained as a chef about, blimey, probably before you were born, in the very late 80s. Good afternoon, Jason. So I am used to cooking and talking, because quite obviously when you're a commis chef and you get stuck in the back of the kitchen and you are just prepping veg or doing the boring stuff, you tend to just chat away with your mate because there's somebody else in the kitchen with you doing the boring stuff. But I enjoy cooking. I enjoy it. I've been doing a fair bit of recipe development the past couple of days, which I've really enjoyed. Not even the stuff that I would normally do either. Random stuff. So. Okay, so I was doing keto since January. It was going good, then recently being bad, and sadly, now I'll keep myself out of it. Right, okay, so don't force yourself. You'll go back into ketosis naturally when your body has basically got rid of the carbs. There's no price for getting there in 38 hours rather than 48 hours. Just allow it to happen. Otherwise, you end up sort of using the cycle of boom bust. Do it really quickly to get there. Jason, go ahead. You're always welcome to ask questions. It better not be general knowledge, because I'm crap at general knowledge. General, yes, but if it's general knowledge, like the capital of something, then I'm completely stumped.
What is 49 to the power of a half?
I hate living with intelligent people, and that's what both of these two are, unfortunately. How do you prep and cook them? You can, right, so they're just swede. They're very thin sort of strands of swede. And we get them from Louis occasionally, just pan fry them. They won't take long at all. So a bit of butter, if you're having it like as a stir fry, then fry off your protein first, then throw them in. They'll take about 5 minutes max to cook. You could boil them if you really wanted to, but if they go over, you're going to struggle to get them out as swoodles. So I would always just pan fry them. If you think they're a little bit tough, stick the lid on the pan, keep it sort of fairly dry. They'll cook in the steam. It's as easy as that. So, it's me. I wouldn't worry about the fact that you've kicked yourself out. It's just, it happens occasionally. The majority of people will kick themselves out. And in fact, you come out of the deeper ketosis every time you eat. It's just the fact that you've had a bit of chocolate and a bit of bread. Yes, fine. It's, maybe kicked you out for a couple of days, but just get back to it. Oh. Tea of the day, Earl Grey. Right, so no, missing one bit. I'm just pepping this up a little bit. It's so same for bean sprouts, but bean sprouts need much less time to cook.
Hang on.
Can we just make sure we're on the right Wi-Fi?
It was Dropbox.
Oh, it was you?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It's done now.
Okay, so sorry, I forgot where I was. Oh yeah, I'm just pepping this up a little bit with a little bit of garlic and chili. That's all it is. So I'm going to mix a little bit of olive oil into it. It's such an easy thing to do this. I'm not measuring. I don't need to.
You do. I need to write this.
It's just a. Don't worry, we've realised what it is. Anybody struggling with poor quality. Ella was about to start uploading or downloading.
Yeah, it's fine. It's got the icons gone now.
Yeah, it was our net connection a bit weak. Bit of oil, give it a good shake, He wants a bit of salt. Hello, Arif. Please forgive me if I get anyone's names wrong. Right, okay. So, Jason, bean sprouts, they take literally 30 seconds to cook. So just before you've got everything else ready, your protein's cooked, whatever it is, your chicken and your prawns, your swoodles have gone in, everything else has gone in. The very last thing you do is you put the bean sprouts in. Quick stir fry. You want to heat them up. You don't want to make them soggy. 30 seconds max. High heat. Job done. Okay. So peppers, shallots, bit of courgette, parsley, garlic, and a little bit of chili. I'm going to use. Right, cool. So there's 3 really big chicken breasts here. I'm going to save this one. You can tomorrow.
I chopped it in half anyway.
Right, okay. So I'm going to do 3 really big chicken breasts. These are. Ella won't eat all of one of these. These are about 300 grams.
Magnificent.
Me and Louis probably will. Okay, so.
That's the rest of my breakfast.
Yeah. But once it's cooked, it's cooked. You can sort of reheat it later. So I'm just going to measure it out. Right, so just over 300 grams. They're all about the same. Yeah, 304. Right, 301. Right, okay. So they are pretty big chicken breasts. Average normally is sort of about 180 to 200. However, so that's about 60, 70 grams of protein. If you're trying to work out your protein level for the day, do you know what? What have I had today?
Gala pie.
Oh, I had some gala pie earlier. I broke my fast with gala pie, homemade gala pie. So I have had a reasonable amount of protein, but not huge, although I'm not that hungry. Doesn't really matter. I'll cook it, and then if I eat it, I don't. And I eat it. If I don't, you can just go in the fridge. So slice it, but not all the way through. You want these little, and obviously this end you're going to get more depth. You're just trying to create the groove so you can rest the food in. Right, so Arif, this is the first hello from you. I was impressed with your daughter's cooking. Right, thank you. Yes, Ella's all right, isn't she? She's all right. She's
You know, when you lie, your voice goes up a pitch. So that wasn't very convincing.
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, shut up.
But yeah, those tuna meatballs were good. Actually, you were impressed with the texture of them, weren't you?
Yeah, I was actually. All I can say is she must have had a good teacher. And no, it wasn't at school. You did do some cooking at school, didn't you?
Did 8 weeks of it.
Pretty rancid though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty terrible.
Thanks. Great moral support.
Yeah, well, we didn't have a dog at the time.
I don't think even Archie would eat the paella. Archie would turn his nose up at a fruit salad. Fruit salad, which was literally just chopped up apple and grapes.
Blimey. Right. Foodie grill. I'm going to put it on bake function. It can stay on 180. Yeah, stay on 180. 35 minutes. It won't take that long. I'm just letting it warm up. Okay. So let me get rid of this so I can wash my hand a little bit. Afternoon, Margaret. Okay. So as you can see, 3 chicken breasts, and you can see that I've got the slits in all the way down. No pattern. I mean, honestly, I am useless at creating anything that looks sort of artistic. That's the word.
See if you can get more than one thing in at a time.
Well, you want to get more, right?
The
Okay.
photo goes several.
Oh, I don't. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, we can do that. I should have.
I suppose you have done more cuts than.
I've done more cuts, yeah. So, right. You know, like we all love a backseat driver.
There's a difference between a backseat driver and a director.
That's what's the case. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, perfect. I mean, the one I go to tend to have it out if they've got it. I've asked previously when it's not been there, and they're like, "No, I haven't got it." But it's good. Yeah, always ask the butcher because I've sometimes asked for belly pork when it wasn't around. No, ribs. Beg your pardon, ribs. I wanted some ribs one day, and there was nothing on the shelves. Okay, so multiple pieces of veggies. Question. Oh, would you mind telling me how much? Okay, so this one is a Ninja grill. So the grill will do like a bake function, like I'm doing now. So a standard oven. It will grill, so at very high heat. So it's great for quick cooking things like salmon fillets and chicken thighs. Very much like you would have it's like a barbecue because it preheats. He'll heat the grill plate to 240 degrees. So when you put whatever it is you're cooking in, it sears immediately. So that's a good function. It also dehydrates, so you can do things like proving bread in there, so you can bake bread. I dried some mint a couple of days ago. So it has about 6 functions. Some you'll use regularly, some you won't use, may not use a lot. But they are good gadgets. I need more colour in that one. Certainly for like this, I'm just preheating an oven to cook this. And it's fully enclosed, so it's more efficient. It does cook quicker as well, so you find your cooking times will reduce quite dramatically.
Have you tried drying fruits or vegetables?
Yeah, so I've dried raspberries. They take quite a long time. Obviously, a lot of liquid in raspberries. You can do it though, yeah. Pretty much any fruit, veg, I thought you could dry it.
Do you want to go over the ingredients and I'll start writing
Do I
them
want
down?
to go over the ingredients?
So, 3 chicken breasts.
3 chicken. Well, it's a chicken breast per portion, isn't it? So whether it's 3 or whether it's, you know.
What veg have you got there?
I got peppers, onion, shallots,
About
and
100 grams of each or less?
no, actually about 100 grams. Yeah, because it was just a pepper and a bit, half a courgette, and I've only used 1 shallot, which is well under 100.
50?
I would say 70. I'm just trying to squeeze the last bits in, to be honest.
What about oil?
30 mils of olive oil, just glubbed over.
And then you put it in, there's some seasoning in there as well.
A little bit of garlic, little bit of.
So 2 garlic cloves.
2 garlic cloves, a red chili, and a handful of parsley. Yeah, you can go in there. There you go. I've sort of managed to get it all in. I'm going to start the cooking process off without the cheese first. Right, there you go. Okay, so they're ready to go in. They look quite nice. You could, if you were just cooking this yourself, you could use the main tray that's in the Ninja. It's just that I want to bring it out to be able to show it to you when it's cooked. So I've stuck it in the foil tray. Right, so because that's a really easy, but it's taken me half an hour to do it.
You're turning into Michelle here, be careful.
Because that's a really easy dish to do, we won't wait till, I won't bore you with the full cooking process, but we'll wait until we put the cheese on. How much would you say needs a meal would cost? Well, chicken, I mean, it's, here you go. So chicken breast is £5 a kilo. Those breasts particularly, and they're large ones, are 1/3 of a kilo. So that's £1, what is it, £1.30. The bit of veg. How much? 50p maybe. Maybe it's £2 for what's gone in there per portion. And what I'm about to do now is a cabbage, and not even a whole cabbage, you know.
That cabbage has lasted me 4
breakfasts.
And
this was about, I think it was £1 for a whole cabbage, a leek and some butter. Do you know what? It's going to be less than £3 per portion. Less than. So all I'm going to do is some buttered cabbage.
I can smell that garlic.
Yeah.
If you're doing this in a normal oven, would you bake it 200?
Yeah.
For how long?
20 minutes, and then top it with cheese, and then return it for 10 to 15. Maybe I use that bit. Yes, 500. There you go. So it's 500 grams of cabbage there. Effectively, let's say 15 grams of carbs. For those that want to be picky, that it's a 2 point something, let's round it up to 3. 15 grams of carbs. That's going to be split between the 3 of us. This entire dinner with the veggies that are in there, we might get to 10 grams of carbs each at the most. Now, one tip. Yes, hang on, I'll come back to that in a minute. One tip for the sides. It's like, if you don't want to chop all this cabbage, or you don't want to get a whole cabbage to yourself, if you're doing this by yourself, then if you look at the pre-mixed or pre-made stir-fry mixes, they're predominantly cabbage. That's what they put in because it's cheap and it bulks it out. And then they might add a little bit of carrot, a little bit of pepper. Just buy a bag of that. If you don't, and especially if you have difficulty shredding thinly, then just buy a mixed bag of cabbage. It's the same stuff. The carbs are going to be about 3 to 4 grams of carbs per 100 grams. Just buy a mixed bag, stir fry it. Right, okay, how much of your taste buds change over the keto start, and where are you now? Right, so when I first started, and for the majority of my life, I couldn't eat nuts. However, now I eat lots of nuts, and I couldn't eat them because I hated the taste. It used to make me feel sick. Just couldn't eat them. I could taste them in anything if somebody made something with nuts in it, I'd taste them straight away. Now, quite obviously, we use a lot of ground almonds. We use a lot of, I eat pecan nuts. I eat Brazil nuts. I still have an issue, and I only recently found this out. I still have an issue with, and there's a bit of an allergy there with hazelnuts. Get really sort of tingly, tight throat when I eat hazelnuts. So, Ella has. Oh, sorry, I've got itchy nose. A little bit of hay fever. Ella has for her breakfast most morning. Breakfast, because it's not one meal.
I don't know whether I'll put it in the library.
What's that? Oh, your
breakfast in a pan. I mean, it's very similar.
Yeah, so she has what she calls her breakfast breakfast in a pan. So she will stir fry a protein, usually turkey steak or chicken breast, or sometimes salmon fillet, and she will.
I don't do salmon, nor does it work.
Oh, okay. So doesn't have salmon anymore. And she will stir fry it with bits of cabbage, bits of leek, bits of carrot, bits of whatever's in the fridge. We have the same things in the fridge pretty much all the time. So she'll make a what she calls a one pan breakfast, and quite regularly she'll sort of stir fry everything, separate everything, create a little well, and then fry an egg in the middle of it. So that's her breakfast. She'll season it with, we've got various blends and sort of spices. So there's no actual recipe for it. It's just whatever's in the fridge and fried with the protein. Fish recipes, I think we've pretty got. Christ, how many fish recipes have we got in the recipe library?
I'm just going to get them.
We eat quite a lot of fish. There you go. Ella's just posting the link to our fish recipe lists on the website. We eat fish on a regular basis. Try the all right.
It just muted us. I don't know what mic it's using now. Maybe it's died.
So it's using the webcam.
Yeah, whatever that one is.
Right. So, okay.
Oh, maybe the laptop USB.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear us okay? Because that mic's just died.
If not, do sign language.
If not, I'll do sign language. Yes. All right. Brilliant. So, buttered cabbage is as easy as putting butter in. Oh, can now. Oh, was it?
It muted us when.
Oh, right. Okay, it muted us for a little while. So buttered cabbage is easy as butter and cabbage. Stay tuned for more easy recipes. Right, so I totally understand that, Jason, and it does take a little time for your perception of what breakfast should be and could be. So we've been told that breakfast should be bowl of cereal, bowl of porridge, piece of toast. Let's face it, there's a company that sort of are locally based that sell a cereal-based drink as a breakfast. It's full of sugar. So that's what we've been told our breakfast should be. What it could be is the best meal of the day. And if you get your head around the fact that for breakfast you can have whatever the hell you want, so if you fancy scrambled eggs and toast, then you can do that. There's plenty of bread recipes. If you fancy fried cabbage, chicken, and a fried egg, then you can do that. It's entirely up to you. But this is the journey. you know, it's great now that Ella doesn't even bat an eyelid at the fact that she'll generally wait until, well, it depends on what we're doing PT wise. But like today, we
I
went
like to eat at 11.
yeah, but we went for the PT. Sometimes it's not possible, is it? Or you can break it earlier. Sometimes it's later. But when you get out of the habit of thinking that breakfast is something that comes in a packet, you know, that's full of sugar, then you just get on with it. I mean, I get people sort of often go for eggs and bacon when they first start. It's fine, but you'll soon get bored of eggs and bacon. You know, so we broke our fast this morning with gala pie. So I shall show it to you. So I made a couple of different versions of the gala pie, different pastry recipes last night. So, you know, that's what I broke my fast with this morning. So, homemade pastry, eggs, and pork mince. Perfect. So, but it takes a little while to get used to the fact that you're not eating what most people consider to be breakfast.
Right. We have progress.
Right, okay.
Card has been formatted.
Okay. Right, you'll notice that I didn't add any water to this. It was just butter, a little bit of leek, and then the cabbage, and just letting it fry. You'll get some golden bits. That's not going to take much longer now. There we go. A couple more minutes, that'll be done. Chicken's cooking nicely. Right. So we haven't got any grated mozzarella.
Yeah, do what you want.
So we're having a real treat tonight. So I'm going to use some manchego on top of the chicken. Manchego, beautiful cheese. So it's a sheep's cheese. Pretty much get it everywhere now. I get it from either Morrison's or get it from Aldi, but I know Lidl's have it as well. Have a smell? That's the cheese, by the way. Yes, Spanish. It's beautiful. Trying not to waste any of it. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go mad. That's about 175 grams of cheese. Between the three of us, we won't need any more than half of it. 70 grams. More than enough. Right. I turned the cabbage off because that's done. I don't want to cook. I don't want to send it soggy.
So good.
Still want it crunchy. When you're doing buttered cabbage, for us, it's just lots of black pepper. Really, really sort of works. You need to obviously enjoy black pepper, but lots of black pepper. No, we this one's been fine. We've always had this one, so it's not a new grater. This is our normal IKEA grater. We have found a few random things since the kitchen's been refurbed. Wow.
Looks good.
Yeah. Now, tell you what, I'll give them 5 more minutes. I'll test the temperature, and if they're cooked, I can bring them out and I can show it with you. Yes, it's one of the things that I still go to Lidl's for. Louis is a fan of the 95% chocolate. Ella prefers the 85 from Aldi. Me and Louis like the 95 from Lidl. In development right now, this is one of our tasters. This is a 98% being made by a local chocolatier. And we've just sent it off to get it tested, samples of it. So completely clean dark chocolate, but it is very strong. So what was that? If there was one gadget that broke, what would you go and buy and buy again? This induction. This is amazing. IKEA, 40 quid.
I'd say the grill. We have light induction.
Potentially, yeah, but okay, but we use this a lot. No, James, totally wrong.
Oh.
Jason, sorry. The coffee machine. If the coffee machine broke, this house would, well, we wouldn't go live. You wouldn't want to see it live. Yeah, coffee machine. That'd be an instant replacement, regardless of time of day or night. What was Jason? Oh, the chocolate. Yeah, it's I say it is rather. See, it's not bitter. He was explaining this to me yesterday. It's got these fruity, acidic flavors, but that's all down to the roasting. So he gave us a pure chocolate, effectively, and then we're going to work from there to sort of create a few things. I've got to remember that I'm actually, my microphone's over there now. Yeah, it's thinking about it, Jason. We can all live quite happily without food for several hours, but none of us can function in the morning without coffee. So we would have no problems.
Okay, I'm not going to go quite happy without coffee. With you and Louis. Share a bucket.
Are you getting another oven? Hang on. Am I getting another oven? No, not getting another oven.
We have an oven.
Well, we've got an oven. We've got a brand new one. It's still sealed. It's not even got a plug attached to it. It's just there for show. We might use it eventually. Too much. Too much. As we've got the builder in every day at the moment, and we've had a few people coming round doing some product testing. The coffee machine is in regular use. Right, so there you go, buttered cabbage. I mean, it's such a simple side. It goes with pretty much any protein dish, whether you've got a tomato-based sauce or whether it's like this, with lots of flavour sort of in it. Well, that's it.
Probably smell that lunch.
Yeah, so that's that bit done. I am now finished with caffeine for the day though. So probably had one later than I would normally. So I'm now on decaf Earl Grey. Wowzers. Right, I'm just going to test the temperature of this. Thickest part of the chicken. It's not climbing quick enough, so it's not ready. No. 57 degrees, so it's not quite ready yet. So let's get the nuts out. I'm going to set it up here on the table, but we can't actually sit that side. There's the front room of the house is currently being destroyed, renovated. Sorry, Kevin. It's being renovated. So the contents of the front room is sitting around this kitchen table. So we don't really have much space to sit down. However, this is how we'd serve dinner normally. Stick the pan on the table. We pretend we're civilized and we put table mats out. And then we sit and eat with our hands and fingers.
Yeah, right. Our problem in this house is we go through too much cutlery. Why is the cutlery drawer never full?
I have no
We
idea.
have enough cutlery to feed a house of 10.
I know. How come the dishwasher gets used 3 times a day when there's only 3 of us in the house? 5 essential keto gadgets. Ninja coffee machine, Ninja grill, Ninja foodie, Ninja 3-in-1, and a knife. Actually, set of scales, useful. You don't need the Ninja foodie and the Ninja grill. Just get one. That's essential. Just get one. That's about it, really.
Microwave if you want to make that.
Microwave. You don't have to. You can make it on the hob. I haven't made it in a Ninja. Right. So I've got some homemade tomato sauce there. No, we don't, Jason. Don't have a Ninja discount code. Don't have a Ninja affiliate. Don't have a Ninja anything apart from their products. Here we go.
Almost there.
Almost. It's about 4 degrees short. Less than a couple of minutes. Let's get plates. Let's get cutlery. By the time that's done. Maybe he'll take us upstairs, won't he? Because there's no table space. Right then. So a nice easy dish that's taken me 15 minutes to put together. Worst keto mistake you made starting off.
Buying the algae sweetener.
Did we use that?
We never used it.
I think I just bought that for show actually.
Oh, For me, it was thinking I had to eat so much dairy.
Yeah, for Ella, it was thinking she had to eat an enormous amount of dairy, and that just, for a lot of people, that just doesn't sit well. I know I have my limit as well on dairy, and if I overeat it, I sort of suffer late in the evening. So I'm careful how much dairy I have well, certainly late in the afternoon, evening time. But the worst keto mistake, but we did it on purpose, was when I finished the Barcelona Marathon on a couple of days afterwards, and we bought cakes to eat on the way home, on the flight home. That's the last time I've properly eaten sugar, which is coming up to 3 years. Over 2.5 years ago. No, it's over 3 years ago, isn't it? 3 years, over 3 years ago now. That's the last time I ate a substantial amount of sugar from anything. That was hideous, horrible feeling. I can still remember coming in from the flight and just effectively collapsing on the sofa in a sugar coma. It's awful. To be fair as well, Jason, when I first started, I just kept it really simple. I was just eating the same things pretty much over and over again. So yes, it was eggs and bacon most mornings for breakfast. We did get into the making of the fluffy pancakes back then, and I would usually have I was having a lot of green veg to start with. Nowadays, I don't eat a huge amount of veg. I just don't eat big platefuls. Whereas then I would eat a load of broccoli, a load of loads of cauliflower. When was the last time we made cauliflower broccoli rice? I haven't made it for ages.
We've had loads of curries recently.
Yeah, well, we just don't make the rice. We just don't do the rice with it anymore. This will be it, dinner, and we might do a dessert sort of in the next hour or so. 6 o'clock, 7 at the latest, and I just drink herbal teas and water, my electrolytes, from that point onwards, and that's usually it until sometime tomorrow, depending on what we're doing. I don't have a strict time to say. I don't have a strict time to sort of definitely say that I stop eating, or a strict time to say when I start eating. I just start eating when I'm feeling hungry. The issue with cheese, Josh, and with any dairy, is that if you're eating it for your protein source, then it's moderate protein, higher in fat than the other protein sources. So meat, fish, eggs, primary, cheese. Use it in moderation, sort of. I mean, what does the word moderation mean? Don't have it with every meal. If you're only eating twice a day, make sure that you're getting your protein sources from, not just from cheese. So it's just to be aware that as much as cheese is does contain protein, if you eat 100 grams of cheese, you've also eaten 500 calories, most of it which is from fat, and a lot less in the way of protein. So it's to be used but not abused. It's very easy at the beginning when we first make the change from carbs to keto, that people will eat a lot of cheese as snacks, and that's fine in those first few weeks. But if you want this as a long-term sort of weight loss journey, then cheese is something that will cause a stall if you overeat it. Joe Maunder, what the hell is that? It's just a number. It's just a whole row of peas. Yeah, you're welcome, Jason. Thank you very much. Right, I think we're about ready. So let's show you this. 50, 60. Go away. Let's get in there. There we go. Yes.
It was the cat.
And that. What was the cat?
Joanne's load of.
Oh right.
Letters.
It was the cat. Wow. Okay. Go and get Louis, please. So there we go. So that took about, just short of 30 minutes in total, just short. Might take a little bit longer in a standard oven. Okay, there's a fair amount of liquid at the bottom, so I can't tip it too far. You can see the liquid there, but there you go. Chicken breast stuffed with some low-carb veggies, mixed in with some garlic, chili, parsley.
It smells lovely, especially that manchego.
Yeah, roasted, and then topped with a bit of manchego to finish it off. So let's.
Coco's come for her chicken.
Beautiful. And I'll save these juices once we get the cabbage on. Don't want to waste it. Lots of flavour there.
See Argie's tail.
So one thing I would say, this looks a little bit bland, actually, a little bit beige. We'd normally probably had this with just salad, but
yeah, stick some salad on it.
Yeah, it needs a little bit of green for the photo. It's a bit too.
That's the reason why we go through so much spinach, just because it makes photos look better.
I did say they were big chicken breasts. They were 300-gram breasts, so there's bigger than normal. Again,
I'm gonna have the rest for breakfast.
Cook it off, and then eat what you want. This is Louis, so we're loading his up a little bit more. A bit more there. Right, there we go. Don't forget, that's chicken stock. This is veg stock. This is beautiful. Lots of flavour. Right. There you go. There you go. I would reckon between 10 and 12 grams of carbs maximum. That's even for the big one, to be fair. Ella's is going to be a lot less than that. Right, well done, folks. I shall. I think you've got the mouse there.
Oh yeah.
We shall see you. What we're doing? When?
What day is it? Tuesday.
Tuesday today. Who's on Wednesday?
Rosie.
Oh.
On Facebook.
Oh. Okay, so Rosie, who is our junior ambassador, she is 13 years old. If you haven't seen her in action, promise you, it's going to be fun.
She's going to be busy because she's making 2 recipes from the Keto for Kids book.
Right, okay. So Rosie's making some recipes from our Keto for Kids book. She's fantastic, honestly. Please tune in to watch Rosie. Is that tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah, 3 o'clock.
Okay, 3 o'clock. Be nice. You've been warned. Be nice. However, she can handle herself. She can definitely handle herself. So anyway, thank you very much.
Jason, all of the cabbage, about 2/3 of the chicken.
Yeah, she'll have a little bit of the chicken left over. Right, folks, catch you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.